Right, everyone, welcome to Formula E Live from, well, not in São Paulo this year. We're streaming it from the UK, but it is the first E-Prix of the season. Just 20 drivers this year because we lost McLaren. McLaren are no more. But Jake Dennis on pole, Tick Tim in P2, Mortara P3, Pascal Wehrlein, who did put it on pole but then got a 3-place grid drop in P4, Nick De Vries P5, Antonio Feliz da Costa in P6, now with Jaguar TCS, Norman Nato P7. Bit surprised maybe Norman Nato still in Nissan for some people who really want to avenge last season. Welcome Lumiere, welcome Rawline. This is the Sambadrome, as they call it. Jean-Eric Verne in the new Citroen team in P8, Mitch Evans. Goodness me, he went last to first here last year. He's down in P9. Number 9, Sebastian Buemi from Vision in P10, Nico Müller in P11, now with Porsche. Taylor Barnard, who got the podium here, didn't he, on his debut last year in P12. Oliver Rowland, the champion last year, down in P13. Marty, new driver in P14. Nick Cassidy, all the way down in P15. Maximilian Günther in P16. Felipe Drugovich, now with Andretti. Jake Dennis's latest teammate in... where is he? P17 in his home E-Prix. I remember interviewing him about 4 years ago now when he was a rookie in Formula E. Formula 1 hasn't happened. He's been hanging around Aston Martin, so he's come here and joined Andretti. Joel Eriksson in P18, Zane Maloney, the boy from Barbados in 19, and Lucas de Grassi in P20. There's not much that they can do, unfortunately. I interviewed Lucas de Grassi at the last race in London last year, and he wasn't optimistic for this year. They're pinning everything on Gen 4. Welcome Lumiere, welcome Rawline. I need your help, by the way. Please do like the stream because we're going to need all the help we can get on a Formula E stream. I want to see what the interest is like, frankly. So if you are curious, you are interested, please do support by liking and also sharing the stream as well. In fact, maybe I'll post it on Twitter. Maybe I'll post it on Twitter. What? No, not Twitter. What do I mean? What's the other one? What's it called? Reddit. Bear with me, I'm just gonna make sure I get Sao Paulo, get the full name of it, because I think it's sponsored by Google, isn't it? Here we go. It is the 2025 Google Cloud Sao Paulo E-Prix. That's motorsport. Live watch along for the... I need to flare it. I think I might need to spoiler it. One second. Thanks, Rawline. Okay, so I post that as well. We are just a couple of minutes away from start. I think normally doesn't it start like 5 past or something? Normally isn't it 5 past it starts? Sam Bird is now part of the broadcasting team, but I think he's also driving for Nissan as a reserve driver, which is quite interesting. Okay, let me get the... There we go. So I can get that old, get the old like thing up wherever it is. I've basically taken the Formula 1 one and I've bodged it for this. You wouldn't tell, or would you tell? So Rawline, how much do you know about Formula E? In fact, anyone watching who doesn't know much about Formula E, let me know if you want some insight, and I'll let you know what insight I can give you. Because it is very different to Formula 1. I think it's refreshingly different. It doesn't try and just be Formula 1. Thanks for all line. Welcome, Johnny. Okay, so Johnny, so this is Formula E, okay? So you'll know that the cars are all electric, okay? So the cars are all electric. The qualifying is done in a bit of an unusual way because they do like a World Cup where you get out of the groups and you go head-to-head. And now we're in the E-Prix. They do qualifying the same day as the E-Prix. They don't call it a Grand Prix, they call it an E-Prix. You've got some big manufacturers in here, like Jaguar, like Porsche, with, you know, huge heritage in motorsport. And the critical thing is here, you have a limited amount of energy to finish the race. You also have an attack mode. You have to use attack mode in the race. Now, attack mode in Formula E used to be basically a slow mode because it would give you... You would lose more time taking attack mode than it would give you because the tyres weren't good enough. Now Hankook have improved the tyres a little bit. Although it's Hankook's last year in Formula E, but they've improved the tyres a little bit. So you go a little bit wide in turn 3 and you go over some activation lines. You can then activate attack mode and get more kilowatts in your car. You get more power in your car basically for a little bit. Now it looks like the cars might be doing a burnout there. I don't know how this is going to work with the broadcast and the standings. We'll see. I really like Formula E. I like going and watching Formula E. I like watching Formula... This time last year, I was stood on the grandstand at this moment in time, watching the... In fact, I was on the grid at this moment in time, doing a grid walk, and then watching the cars from the grandstand with all the Brazilian fans. Very passionate. You can see how fast the cars are. You know, they're fast cars. They're not as fast as Formula 1, but basically nothing's as fast as Formula 1. So they're fast cars, and you can hear them displacing the air. You can hear them running over curbs, etc. So there's going to be no pit stops in this race. There's no what they call attack boost or something. But there is going to be the attack mode in this race. And it's going to be very strategic when you use it. And if you save it late... Some people might want to take it early. Some people might want to take it late. And this is a race where last year Mitch Evans went from last to first. Okay? He went last to first. So it is a series where you can go last to first. And they don't do a formation lap either. They just do a little bit of a burnout. They'll just do a little burnout. And I'll let you know when we're ready to go. You can see Jake Dennis, who was the champion 2 seasons ago. 2, 3, I'm losing track. 3 seasons ago, goodness me. Since then, we've had Oliver Rowland. We've had Pascal Wehrlein. And before that, it was Jake Dennis. Season 9 champion, Jake Dennis. Still with Andretti, he just churns through teammates because the teammates just can't keep up with him. So he's basically had a different teammate every season, it feels like. And Oliver Rowland in the Nissan were looking so strong. The back end of season 11, back end of season 10 and the front end of season 11. But how are they going to be for season 12? I'm not sure. The Envision cars, Joel Ericsson's all the way back there. Envision have traditionally been quite a good team. The Jaguar powertrain. There's different powertrains, by the way. So in like Formula 1, you have different engines. You've got the Mercedes engine. You've got the Renault engine. Tomorrow's last race with the Renault engine. You got the Honda engine. You got the Ferrari engine. Here you have the Porsche powertrain. Bro, you have the La Prima GT box and round wheel. Should I buy the La Prima? Yeah, I think I've told you before. Get it on discount now. Why it's 40% off? What are you waiting for? It's €200. So the Cupra is... Dan Tipton in the Cupra is on the Porsche powertrain. Obviously, the Tag Heuer Porsche is in the Porsche powertrain. The Andretti's in the Porsche powertrain. So 3 out of the top 4 cars here are on the Porsche powertrain, which is not a spec part. The manufacturers are able to develop those parts. The bodywork and the chassis are spec, though. Are spec. Then you've got Mortara and Nick DeVries. They have the Mahindra powertrain. So 3 and 5th are on their powertrain. And then you've got Da Costa is the first of the Jaguar powertrain cars. And Norman Nato is in the Nissan powertrain cars. Now, it's about to start... the E-Prix, so welcome along. please do hit that like button if you're enjoying it. Green flag. I'm going to call it as I see it. I'm going to call it as I see it, so the standings will be a little bit ahead. But I want to call it as I see it for our first E-Prix of the season. At the Sambodrome. Oh, they've got the Google Gemini Formula E strategy agent. Right, the burnout was going, so I'm going to be a little bit behind at the beginning, but then I'll catch up on the standings. It looks like, spoiler, looks like Jake Dennis had a great start. But let's see what's happening here. Oh, the burnout was taking forever. The broadcast is it's quite delayed compared to the timing, isn't it? Still green flag. Still 29 seconds to the start on my screen. I'm going to be a whole lap behind here. I'm going to be a whole damn lap behind. I'll have to slow down my internet or something. Normally is not a problem. I'm still waiting to see the start on my screen. Okay, so it was 4 red lights, 5 red lights. Red lights went out, and yeah, it was a great start from Dennis. How did Tictum do? Tictum was able to slot into P2 nicely. And was it a mess in turn 1? Oh, Tictum's had a big moment somewhere. Where's Tictum had a moment? Tictum's had a huge moment somewhere. Where was that? As one of the cars did cut turn 1. I think it was a Mahindra. Maybe it was Nick DeVries. He might have dropped down a little bit. But Jake Dennis got a mad start. But where did Tictum have an issue? Tictum had an issue, I think, quite early on in the lap. Which is a big, big problem for the man who's got a big media push at the moment. I think it's fair to say. I think Formula E want to make him as a star. They want Tictum to be Tictum. Unashamedly Tictum. But Dan Tictum now is in the pit lane and he's done. So Dan Tictum's done. That's your race over, Dan. And I think Formula E kind of desperately want Dan Tictum to have a good season. It would be great marketing-wise if Dan Tictum was to have a good season, but this is the opposite of what they would have wanted, I think, because Dan Tictum is out already. As soon as I can let you know what happened, I will do, obviously. Meanwhile, Pascal Wehrlein's up to P2 in the Porsche. So Pascal Wehrlein, who, big friend of the channel, Pascal, top guy, he's been a bit, I would say, maybe unfairly done by some of the media as well, who trying to publicising a big rift between Antonio Felix da Costa and Pascal Wehrlein. To me, Pascal doesn't, having spent a decent amount of time with him, it might be a bit caricatured, dare I say, but I doubt it will affect him. That's Rawline. Appreciate it. You're doing your bit as well. You're doing your bit as well. So Tictum, left rear tyre. Are you saying they've given a puncture? So Tictum got a puncture on the left rear, and it looks like the team don't really know how to change it. Now Tictum is out again, and he hasn't been... Or has he been lapped? It says he hasn't completed a lap, but surely Tictum has got out before they've completed a lap. Surely it wouldn't have taken that... Oh, he got turn 1, he got the puncture. Turn 1, he got the puncture. And I'm not sure there was contact, which is very weird. Is someone turning on? Oh my god, something insane happened from the Mahindras. I said Nick DeVries. Nick DeVries or Matara there has done a really silly move. So I'm on board with Nick DeVries. What is Nick DeVries doing, man? Oh my god. There's no love lost between Dan Tictum and Nick DeVries. When I was in Monaco last year, Dan Tictum had a go at Nick DeVries. I don't think I ever published it because it was pretty red. But Tictum is going to have some words about Nick DeVries, and I think, again, Formula E would quite like Tictum saying that. Nick DeVries also basically cut across Mortara, and Mortara didn't take the designated escape route through turn 1. It started, Reese. The E-Prix has started. As you can see, we're on lap 2 out of 30. The Mahindra's there, and Mahindra's had a great start. I have a funny feeling that Tictum didn't have a great start. Dennis had a good start. Tictum didn't. And the Mahindras were flying. And Pascal Wehrlein is in P1 now already, and Jake Dennis is all the way down in P4. And I think Tictum is just on the lead lap here. I think Tictum's just on the lead lap, which means if there's a safety car, Dan Tictum will join the back of the pack. And it's not unlikely there will be a safety car here. In fact, I'd say it's probably quite likely. if anyone saw Pascal Wehrlein upside down last year after contact with Nick Cassidy. But you see Pascal Wehrlein on the move. Do you think F1's going to bring back the V8 engines? I think it's too late. I think F1 have made a complete mess of the engines. F1 should go down. It has to sound great. It has to sound great for Formula 1. So Pascal Wehrlein in the lead. No one, I think, has taken attack mode yet that I can see. As it was side by side with Mortara behind with Dennis. So yeah, Dennis got mugged by Da Costa and also by Mortara. So Dennis got absolutely mugged there. Made to look silly. And where is Mitch Evans? Mitch Evans up in 6th place as well. Yeah, Da Costa was the fastest car last season. Gone for the factory last lap. Gone from the factory Porsche team to the factory Jaguar team. Meanwhile, there's a replay of Oliver Rowland. What was Oliver Rowland up to? Gosh, it's trying to go 3 wide here. Oh my, Oliver, no way. What a move by Oliver Rowland. Oh my goodness me, that's one of the best moves I've ever seen. Oliver Rowland, I think, going past Nico Müller and Taylor Barnard, 3 wide in the walls into the right-hander. I think it might have been into turn 7. I think into turn 7. I was certain that was going to be a massive crash. Right, what's the Dan Ticktum pace saying? So Mortara fast lap 16.6. Ticktum is quite slow here. I wonder if there's some more damage on Ticktum's car. But again, Ticktum will be hoping that there is a safety car. And it is Da Costa now. So Da Costa takes the lead of the race. Da Costa gets past Mortara. And what a storyline it would be, by the way, if Pascal Wehrlein and Mortara would come together. And someone does take attack mode in Citroën. It's Jean-Eric Verne. So Jean-Eric Verne is the first driver to take attack mode, followed by De Grassi. And also, just Jean-Eric Verne and De Grassi there, taking half of their attack mode. So 4 minutes of attack mode taken by De Grassi and Jean-Eric Verne. Meanwhile, Da Costa took the lead from Mortara. It's a little bit of cycling sometimes. A bit like if you watch Tour de France and stuff, you don't always want to be in the front of the pack because you're just going to be punching a hole in the air. Sometimes it's better to follow. So De Grassi and Jean-Eric Verne on attack mode, and Zane Maloney might have been team orders there because De Grassi gets past him in the other Lola Yamaha apt car. And it is now Da Costa and Pascal Wehrlein at the front of the grid. Apparently, no love lost there. What a story it would be for Da Costa, who did win the championship in COVID times, wasn't it? Was it in still the race in Berlin? What a story! Pascal Wehrlein gets past Da Costa. There we go. Big Pascal does get past Da Costa. Even though the lap times are struggling. Look at the leader's lap times. 1:19.6 for the leader. And yet Dan Ticktum at the back is going 2 seconds faster. This is the interesting thing about Formula 1, is that the pace is never genuine pace. There's always shenanigans going on. Always shenanigans. In fact, Mortara doing a 1:20 last lap, whereas De Grassi's in the 1:16s, because it's all about that energy. The new Toyota GR GT3 is incredible. It's a pure 4.litre twin-turbo V8. What about the LFA? What's the LFA saying? I heard they released the LFA as well. Car 48 Mortara time penalty. I know why that'll be. Because he didn't follow the escape road in turn 1, lap 1. But the reason he didn't follow the escape road is that because Nick de Vries, who had caused all the carnage, was actually already in that escape road. But so Nick de Vries has properly done Ticktum and Mortara over here. He won't be getting a Christmas card for either of them. And it was a fairly regulation overtake by Pascal Wehrlein over the start-finish line, by the way, taking the lead of the race. This time doing a 1:16. So Pascal Wehrlein now stretching the pace. Stretching the pace a little bit. Ticktum set the fastest lap last time. Remember, he's desperate for a safety car. And they reveal the energy on the broadcast. Who's got a lot of energy? Well, Ticktum's got 83% because, and Wehrlein's got 81, Da Costa 81, Mortara 81, Ticktum now 84%. And the reason for that is Ticktum's got nothing to lose. Ticktum may as well save as much energy. They did this in Misano a couple of years ago. they may as well save as much energy because he's only going to be a part of this race if there's a safety car. And if there's a safety car, he's going to catch up for free. So he may as well just save as much energy as possible without getting lapped, I'd say. So Ticktum playing an interesting role in this race. Pascal Wehrlein's still the leader. Jean-Eric Vergne, look how powerful the attack mode is here. Jean-Eric Vergne has gone right from the midfield all the way up into P2 for Jean-Eric Vergne. And De Grassi now sets the fastest at 1 minute 14. Look at the discrepancy in the lap times. Mortara did at 1 minute 20. And then Jean-Eric Vergne, the attack mode this season, Jean-Eric Vergne takes the lead. The attack mode this season is going to be super powerful, everyone. We're talking super powerful attack mode here for sure. De Grassi went from basically last place to P8. And why has Nick De Vries dropped off so much? Nick De Vries has also, I guess, pitted. Maybe he was given a penalty. Maybe Nick De Vries was given a penalty or suffered some damage. But Nick De Vries' start of the race was a bit crazy. And it's very cat and mouse here. De Grassi with a 14.4. Ticktum saving energy with a 17.7. That's a big difference. Now, Oliver Rowland has taken attack mode. But I think he might have taken a 3 minute or something. So Oliver Rowland, I wouldn't be surprised to see Rowland make his way to the front of the grid here as well. Remember when I was speaking with Emerson Fittipaldi, 2-time Formula 1 World Champion last year, at various races, he was a big fan of Oliver Rowland. In fact, he predicted Oliver Rowland would win the championship. Oh my goodness, the Citroen looks so good. That Citroen needs to be sponsored by Adidas. Yeah, front right tyre change for Nick De Vries. Ah, the LFA's electric. But the LFA had one of the best. Was the LFA a V12? Was the LFA a V12 or a V10? Yeah, here comes Oliver Rowland, P2 right now. Oliver Rowland's going to take the lead, surely, of the E-Prix. And this is a bit dangerous for Ticktum now because Ticktum is in danger of getting blue flags. So I'm not sure what Ticktum can do. He might need to burn some energy, if you'll excuse the terrible phrasing there. He's clearly trying to save as much as possible. It's interesting how the pit stop for Nick De Vries really didn't cost him that much time. It's almost like, I think the Power Boost races this season could be quite effective. So Oliver Rowland is the leader now. Rowland gets past Jean-Eric Vergne. Pascal Wehrlein in P3. Pascal hasn't taken any attack modes yet. So you think Pascal Wehrlein is in a very good position because he's right at the front of the pack and still has attack mode in his pocket. Who takes it now? Mitch Evans. Mitch Evans is going to be on the move. Verne saying, what do you want us to do now? We take the lead. And if we can get a gap... Yeah, what's Jean-Eric Vergne meant to do now? Because he's just going to get attacked by everyone with attack mode. I feel like the strat in this one is to take your attack modes late. I feel like he's going to... Yeah. Maybe be in trouble here. In fact, who's that in P3? Da Costa taking attack mode as well. So keep an eye on the Jaguars. Both Jaguars on the same strategy. And Mitch Evans, who won here last year, did last to first. I wouldn't be surprised if we see both Jaguars in the lead of this race very, very, very soon. And it's a 1 minute 12 now for Rowland. The pacing of this race is just ridiculous. Because you got Mortara did a 1 minute 20 when he was like in P3. Now Rowland's doing 1 minute 12s, so the pace is just a nonsense. I think it's going to be very difficult to follow Formula E this year, unless you're being guided through it. Because as a casual fan, it's going to make no sense why cars are 8 seconds a lap faster sometimes, and 8 seconds a lap slower other times. So I'll do my best to guide you through, but this is getting very complicated. I've never seen the pace discrepancy like this ever. Unless this doesn't even strike me like it should be a peloton race. I quite like the peloton races when you have double headers. So Rowland's still in the lead. There we go. Here come the Jaguars. Da Costa and Mitch Evans. I think we're going to see very soon a Jaguar 1-2 here. So let's see, like we saw in Monaco a couple of years ago. It's just hot knife through butter when you've got the attack mode. Deploying all those extra kilowatts. The hand-cooked tyre just looks to be less limiting, I would say. Seems to allow you to get the power down. Drive it in Forza. Drive it in Gran Turismo in Tokyo Expressway. Pascal Wehrlein, I think, is still doing pretty well. Welcome base to final. Pascal Wehrlein in P4. He's only a little bit off the leader. As there goes Da Costa into the lead of the race. Mitch Evans will go soon as well, I'm sure. And Norman Nato and Mortara are taking their attack mode. Bewami's on attack mode. And keep an eye on Taylor Barnard as well. Taylor Barnard... Oh, Tictum's going to get blue flags here. I think it's curtains for Tictum. I think it's curtains for Tictum here. If you have, let's play the music. Chat, I think it's curtains for Tictum. What are they going to do with Dan Tictum? Because he's going to get him blue flags like crazy. There's not enough space on this circuit for you to really filter back, I'd say. And there we go. The Jaguars are in the lead. P1 and P2. 12 laps into the E-Prix. Oliver Rowland still in P3. Norman Nato, the other Nissan, surely Rowland will let him through. Surely Rowland will let him through. And Tictum does his fastest lap of the race. Evans, well, what the hell are these guys doing here? So Mitch Evans is not... Google Gemini I'm not sure it's the most insightful advice I've ever seen. But it's saying the race is picking up the pace. That is true. 1 minute 12. That is pretty insightful. 1 minute 12. We're now... The field spread. Everyone is having to match the pace, to be honest. Tictum pits. Tictum pits. It's over for Tictum, everyone. It's over for Tictum. And there will be words with Nick De Vries, I am sure. I am sure. Because I'm guessing Nick De Vries also got a puncture or damage from where he hit Dan Tictum. And Dan Tictum's going to be playing catch-up this season, but it's Formula E. Anything can happen, and it usually does in Formula E. As did I see Pascal Wehrlein taking attack? Yes, I did. And Rowland would have let Nato through. So Norman Nato in the... It's going to be... This season, I think, is going to be dominated by attack mode. I have a feeling this season is going to be more about strategy than driving, because all of the drivers are very, very, very good. So it's a genuinely, arguably maybe the best field in the world when it comes to skill of drivers. But I have a feeling that the attack mode may be so powerful that it may negate that. Because the difference between being on attack and not being on attack is bigger than we've ever seen before. And therefore, when you take it, it's crazy. If you get it wrong, like Zane Maloney's taking it now. Tictum went through the pit lane to avoid getting lapped. Now, unless they're going to give him a wave around, unless they're going to do all lap cars may unlap yourself, Tictum's just gathering data here now. What will be interesting, and it could very well happen, is if Tictum catches Zane Maloney. Oh, has Tictum gone in again? Tictum's gone in again. So I don't know what they're doing with Dan Tictum. I imagine he's probably exploded in that car. The radio will be unbroadcastable. But yeah, Zane Maloney on the attack mode. Important season for Zane Maloney. Obviously a really nice guy. Driver from Barbados. But he needs to kind of match Degrassi here. Degrassi did have some moments last year. Zane Maloney, it never quite came together. Is that Pascal in P3? So Pascal Wehrlein in P3. The pace is slightly slower now, as you can see. And Tictum goes through the pits again. Why does Tictum keep going through the pit lane? Unless they're doing some master stroke where you can conserve a lot of energy in the pit lane or something. It's almost like Tictum and De Vries are going to come together again. I don't think we've had a single yellow flag, by the way, which is a world record for Formula E on a street circuit. Also looking forward to the interview with Andre. Yes, we'll be doing another one. Thanks for all line. By the way, anyone else who's watching the stream, let me know what you think in the chat. This is fully interactive. I can see you. We're 100% live. So let me know what you think in the chat. Any questions? As I'm guiding through this race, as Pascal Wehrlein takes the lead into turn 1. So, and we'll see the second round of attack modes, by the way. Because you have 8 minutes in total. So we'll see the second rounds of attack modes. Tictum hasn't taken any yet, but it's kind of irrelevant. He weirdly doesn't go through the pits this lap. Rare non-pitting lap for Dan Tictum there. But anyway. Who's that? Max Günther taking attack mode. And Nico Müller in the other Porsche. And Jake Dennis. Jake Dennis on attack. He's only 2.7 seconds off the lead. He could probably go for it. But Pascal Wehrlein here, probably, possibly, maybe, my favourite for the championship. The Porsche power chain looks strong. Joseph, hey Kirsten, you might not know, but public lobby is broken. Is that because you can't go through pages? Not sure it's worth making a video on. Maybe we'll give them till Monday. See if they fix it in a hot batch. Jake Dennis in P2. Jake Dennis and Pascal Wehrlein. There's no love lost between those two. I don't think Jake Dennis is a fan of Pascal Wehrlein. Let me put it like that. Welcome Roland, welcome Susie K. Yeah, let's smash that like button if you're enjoying it. If you'd like me to cover Formula E, I'm very happy to do it. If there's enough interest. Who's that taking attack? Max Günther still on attack. Nicholas Müller is on attack as well. Marty on attack. I'm waiting to see. That could be it. No, Cassidy. Yeah, is Cassidy taking attack for the second time or the first time? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But look at Jean-Eric Vergne. He went all the way to the front and has dropped down to P12 now. If the leader runs the fastest lap and it's not the lobby host to get kicked, okay, that sounds kind of funny. I think I'll probably make a video on that. Is that in a race? So they've basically done Battle Royale in GT7. Oh my goodness, what a move that was! Was that Jake Dennis? I think Jake Dennis on Norman Nato, his old teammate, was an ugly move. It's getting used to the new Andretti. Looks very mean with the black on the front as opposed to the white they've had in the last few seasons. Pascal Wehrlein is now in P1, but he's about to have an onslaught from people taking their second attack modes. Oh no, the big, yes, problem for the big leagues there. Unless you're the lobby host and you're rapid. That'd be fun on the stream, wouldn't it? If I don't get the fastest lap, I get kicked. What are you thinking of the race, Roland? Roland, in fact, let me know, everyone in the chat, who's going to win this race? As Jake Dennis takes a lead on Pascal Wehrlein. Somewhere. Felipe Drugovich, I think, might be taking his first attack mode. So if you're taking your first one now, you're basically going to be taking two back-to-back. Is that... No, Vern hasn't taken his second yet. Vern hasn't taken his second yet. Let me know in the chat who you think's going to win the São Paulo E-Prix. This is it today. There's no double header. Nicholas Müller in P4 with the attack mode. Where's Taylor Barnard? As Dan Tickton takes an attack mode all the way at the back. Taylor Barnard in the DS. I mean, nowhere compared to where he was last year in the McLaren. Dennis, you said you got the best energy in the top 6. Objective at least P3. Okay. So, Dennis, they're aiming for at least a P3. To be clear, if the leader is not the host and runs a purple lap. Oh. Ah, okay. So if you're the leader of the race and you're not the host, you get kicked out. So basically, you got to be the lobby host then, haven't you? So Nicholas Müller. Now, look what a charge that was by Müller in the Porsche. He was all the way down there. Keep an eye on Drugovich as well. And Barnard's attack mode just absolutely flopped, didn't it? Base 2 final position change is so chaotic. Yeah, it's because of the attack mode. It's because the attack mode is crazy powerful this year, it seems. Unbelievable attack mode. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, Norman Nato pits. Was there contact? Nato pits. Nato was running really well for Nissan. Oh, there was contact between the two Nissans. I think Roland hit Nato. And Nato got a right rear puncture. I think Roland hit Nato. There's no papaya rules at Nissan. Roland hit Nato. Roland has been super aggressive, which is you don't become a Formula E World Champion unless you're aggressive. But I think Roland hit Nato. And Nato comes out now on the same lap. He'll be hoping for a safety car. Tickton will be hoping for a wave through. Oh my goodness. It's good how they highlight the cars now that are on attack mode on the track map. That's good. I like that. So Nicholas Müller is in the lead. Oh, battling between Jake Dennis and Nicholas Müller. Where are they? Going over the start-finish line. Jake Dennis takes the lead. None of those on attack mode. We're about to see the second spate of attack modes, I think, be taken. Because there's only 11 laps to go, everyone. So it's going to be those second attack modes. And I think this season, you may as well be paying your strategists more than the racing drivers. Because it's all about strategy here. It's all about when to take that attack mode. We've seen it work really well before. And Nato's out, by the way. Nato's out. And why is Nato's car showing us out there? Yellow flag. I think they released Nato unsafely, probably, and he's come to a stop on the runoff. This will probably be a safety car. This will be a safety car. Remember Jake Dennis caused a safety car here last year, and then the car was unsafe. It took a long time to... Oh, Dennis hit Nato. Nato into... I'm pretty sure this will be a safety car here. And when I was in the grandstands last year, it felt like the safety car went on forever. That was because Jake Dennis's car was unsafe. Unless Nato has been able to roll the car off the circuit. But we're under yellow flag significantly, so much significantly that Dan Ticktum has no way he's unlapped himself from... no, he's in the pits. He's in the pits here. So what is going on? Yellow flag still, no safety car. Ah, he's very... Norman Nato, they'll be able to recover this without safety car because there's such a big gap now. They just need to roll that car 5 meters. That car needs to be rolled 5 meters. The problem here is Nick DeVries. The problem is Nick DeVries. Otherwise, the pack is so close. By the way, the entire pack, excluding DeVries, is within 6 seconds. That's Formula E, because they're not racing right now. They're trying to conserve energy. Ticktum. So we got a drive-through for not working on the car. So box and drive-through. Oh, guys, I'd just rather retire. What's the point? We have to serve these things now to serve the next race. Ticktum went like this in the car. I think Ticktum's got to be a little bit careful. I really like Dan Ticktum. He's got to be a little bit careful because... I just... Like... It's not a great look to finish last in the race. If you're winning, I think it's cool. You're like a lovable rogue. But I think he's got to be winning or up there. Gemini saying Barnard's a driver to watch. I'm not. I don't think that. I'm not sure. So green flag now. They have recovered Norman Nato's car. They just rolled it off. Oh my god, it's very dangerous. They're doing what all the cars were there. I think they should have just done a VSC. They should have done a VSC because it would have slowed down essentially DeVries. Right, who's on attack mode? Roland, second attack mode. Degrassi, second attack mode. So we're going to see... Now the yellow flag's ended, we're going to see the final attack modes. So let's see how far Degrassi will get. And I think... So what Roland is banking on... Roland, by the way, is banking on getting to the front here, which will be easy under attack mode, and then there being a safety car. Because that means other drivers will have to take their attack mode on the safety car, which neutralises it. So Roland is banking on a safety car later, which is quite a risky strategy. I think the regular strategy, which I could see Pascal Wehrlein doing, is you time your attack mode, so you basically complete it just before the end of the race, so you don't have enough time off attack mode to be overtaken. Now, if enough drivers are going to do that, I think we'll see a lot of attack modes at the end. So Roland, where is he? I'd imagine Roland's going to make up a few positions on these straights. Rawline, I've got a request. You need to ask him to chase kind of... Yeah. Don't worry, I will ask him that. I will ask him. So Roland up to P5. Cassidy takes attack mode. Ericsson takes attack mode. Guntz takes attack mode. Buemi takes attack mode as well. So Roland and Cassidy... Keep an eye on Cassidy here, by the way. I think Cassidy could be looking pretty strong, but also I think... Oh, was that Da Costa taking it? No. I think Da Costa, Wehrlein, Dennis... They will let these drivers go past them now. Maybe try and hold them up. Maybe try and burn some of these guys' attack mode. And then I think Dennis, Wehrlein and Da Costa will take their attack mode later. That's what I predict. That's the Kireth engineer inside line here. See if Degrassi's going to make some. Because when you're all on attack mode, it negates the relative advantage that you have. There goes Roland all the way to the front. All the way to the front in a lap from P6. I can see Cassidy doing the same now. Because Roland, with the temperatures, right? So, yeah, Roland's asking what to do, whether they should go for it. Cassidy in P3. Cassidy will go to the front. But I'm keeping an eye on Dennis. There we go. Wehrlein, Muller, Da Costa all take attack mode at the same time. Dennis doesn't. So Dennis is getting exposed to a safety car here, but Dennis is going to finish strong. Also, keep an eye on Felipe Drugovich, started in 17th place, may still have a spare attack mode in the bank. I think he does. Welcome, Vlaka, good to see you. So I think Dennis, keep an eye on Drugovich here. Keep an eye on Felipe Drugovich. These are the lap times. 1 minute 12s, 1 minute 16s. They're all over the shop. The lap times are all over the shop because the attack mode is so powerful. Again, Felipe Drugovich is not on attack mode now. Oh, safety car, safety car, safety car. 48, who's that? Mortara. Mortara's gone at the chicane. The safety car's out. This is bad news for Dennis. No, maybe it's great news for Dennis. Maybe it's great news for Dennis. Maybe it's great news for Drugovich. It's all going to depend. If the safety car stays out long enough, they won't have enough time to take attack mode. But if they do, it's fantastic news because everyone else in attack mode is wasting it now. It's fantastic news for Oliver Rowland. It's fantastic news for Rowland. And it's terrible for Mahindra. So Mortara. Oh. Dennis and Drugovich just kept their powder dry, and friend of the channel Taylor Barnard kept his powder dry as well. Very, very good. Do we still have the driver things here? Wait a second. Add existing. Oh, I'm not sure. I had all the drivers here at one point, didn't I? Yeah, Degrassi pits as well. Degrassi pits. Maybe there was contact. Maybe there was contact with Mortara. It was going to be inevitable there was a safety car here. And Jake Dennis just basically kept it cool. Kept the powder dry. Because everyone else is using attack mode, sat behind the safety car. What a waste of energy. Roland is loving this. Roland's loving it. Meanwhile, JD in P3 looking fantastic as well. And I think Felipe Drugovich, I interviewed him about 4 years ago with his dad. A very, very, very calm and collected individual. One of the coolest characters I've ever interviewed in motor racing. He is made for Formula E. He's made for Formula E. So Degrassi's in the pits. Tictum's in the pit. Mortara and Nato have retired. De Vries, meanwhile, is going to catch up here. And De Vries has another 4-minute attack mode. Now, what happened with Mortara? Oh, it was Degrassi. It was Degrassi and Mortara. Oh, just ran out of space. To be fair, Mortara should have backed out there because Degrassi was always going to hit him. Degrassi went so deep into the chicane. Degrassi was ahead at the apex. I think that's all on Mortara. I think Mortara should have backed out there. That's an interesting one. It's a rare, clear-cut example for me where Mortara, who is a very calm individual, very chilled. Very chilled. Oh, and Degrassi's a bit naughty because Degrassi does unwind the steering a bit. Now, safety car flag is out. They may add some laps on here. Degrassi gets out of the car early doors. Maybe he's going to run over to Mortara. Mortara got sent into the wall by Degrassi. Always the same. What an idiot. They don't like each other, really. I have a feeling here there'll be some added laps. But Jake Dennis is going to win this race. So this is... Did Pascal... Yeah, Pascal. This is my prediction. Jake Dennis is going to take attack mode and he's going to check out. Remember, Jake Dennis won by 11 seconds in Saudi last year. So Jake Dennis is going to check out. Gemini saying Rowland can push out flat to the finish with ample battery. I disagree, Gemini. What are you chatting about, Gemini? Don't trust everything you watch with AI. Because Jake Dennis is going to unleash a 4-minute attack mode here. And he's going to check out of this race. He's going to check out of this race. The same Drugovich. Drugovich could get P2 here. Because remember, it's all bunched up as well. And Taylor Barnard could get a P3. I think that attack mode is like gold dust. Now, the issue here is I also think there could be another safety car. Because the cars are so bunched up, I reckon there could be another safety car here. So the question is, if you're Drugovich, Do you go, well, I think there might be another safety car that as soon as they release this one, I'll hold off just one lap more. This is what I mean. It's all going to come down to strategy. It's all going to come down to strat. And I think Drugovich and Dennis have 4 minutes of attack mode. If you don't finish your attack mode, you get a penalty. Yeah, M20 saying added laps being used. It's about 1 minute 12 a lap. Let's just call it a minute. So there'll be 4 laps to go this time round. So if they add 2 laps, you might still be able to skip a lap after the safety car comes in. Oh my goodness, the safety... Oh my days, what's happening? Oh, they cut the chicane, that's why. I saw the crane was reversing on the track on the chicane. But then the drivers are cutting the chicane at T4. So that was on the cherry picker. I reckon safety cars coming in this lap. And then you'll have 27, 28, 29, 30. You'll have 4 laps. But if they add 2, I reckon I reckon Drugovich could hold off another lap for a 4-minute attack. Basically, as I suspected, having your attack mode late here. I mean, it all depends on safety car, but if there was no safety, but if there's no safety car, again, it doesn't really matter. So that 4 minutes is going to be insane. Yeah, exactly. If you're a Formula E fan, M20, I've never seen the attack mode. Oh, 80% of the race is completed, so we're not having any laps. It means that the targets are going to rise. So Drugovich being told that there's not going to be any added laps because 80%'s over. I'm not sure about that. I'm sure it always used to be increased. But I've never seen attack mode this powerful. Obviously, I was here in Brazil last year, and I was asking all the drivers, like, oh, how's attack mode going to be in Gen 3 Evo? And they were like, oh yeah, 4-wheel drive is going to be more. But this is another level. This is another level. Right, safety car comes in. My prediction is JD, Jake Dennis, Season 9 World Champion, is going to win this race by 6 seconds. That's my prediction. Gemini says Roland's going to win it, but I don't believe Gemini. So, Oliver Rowland, Nick Cassidy, Jake Dennis, Pascal Wehrlein, Da Costa. I'm going to watch on the standings because the broadcast is it's like a lap behind, so I'd rather watch on the standings. So have a look here. Are they all going to take attack mode? The people haven't used it. And we're talking Dennis, Drugovich, Barnard. Are they all going to take attack mode? Let's see. Let's see. Dennis does. Barnard does. Drugovich does. They all take it. They all take it. They all take it. So keep an eye now on the attack mode users, because remember they can do 1 minute 12s easy. Here we go. Yes, everyone. Here we go. The question is, are we going to see another safety car or not? Are we going to see another safety car or not? And I just feel like these Formula E cars on this circuit, because it's so tight anyway, and then they actually overtake. In Formula 1, they don't overtake in these circuits. Like in Formula E, they actually try and overtake in the corners, and it often doesn't work out. So let's see down the pit straight here. Dennis currently in P3. He's less than a second off Roland. Watch out for Barnard. So Dennis already in P2. So Dennis... a yellow flag! Oh, is it a Jaguar? It's Mitch Evans at the back. Is it going to be safety car? It's Mitch Evans at the back, where he was overtaken by Sam Bird 2 seasons ago. So yellow flag right now. Is it going to be safety car? He's not too far from the pits. And if it is a safety car, then look at Nick De Vries got P15 after being dead last, basically. If it's not a safety car, what's going to happen with energy? Yeah, I don't know what's happened with Mitch Evans' car, but they haven't called a safety car yet. They could have pulled one out there as well. So Dennis is in the lead. Yeah, if a safety car now... I mean, Dennis is looking good either which way. It's just, can Drugovich get all the way up? Can Drugovich get all the way up here? Come on, Felipe. Come on, Felipe Drugovich. Roland, Cassidy, Wehrlein. You're going to have to... Oh, full course yellow. Full course yellow. Surely going to safety car. Surely going to safety car. Yes, Abdaz. Yeah, it might be on Eurosport. We're doing the watch along. Red flag! That's late for a red flag. They almost caught... Ooh, what does this mean now? What does this mean? What does this mean? It's going to be a sprint. It's going to be a sprint to the finish. This is fantastic. This is how Abu Dhabi 2021 should have been. They're all going to be on the same energy till the finish now, right? They're all going to be same energy till the finish. Red flag. Red flag. Yeah, I don't. What were they doing? Not Mitch Evans was stuck in the barrier on the exit of turn 10. Like that was always going to be safety car or red flag. It might come down to energy, you know. It might come down to energy, and Dennis is good on energy. He's got 15%. DaCosta's only got 10%. Dennis has got 5% more energy than DaCosta. So what happened with Evans here? Oh, I think he might have tangled with an Envision. He might have tangled with the Jaguar customer car. He went... Oh, he might have tangled. I tell you what, the racing is so damn good in Formula E. You don't get better racing in this, I think, on street circuits. Oh, he tried to Sam Bird it. He tried to Sam Bird it. I don't even think there was contact. I think he tried to do what Sam Bird did to him on turn 10. Oh, massive crash under safety car. There's a driver on the track. There's a driver out of the car on the track and there's a red flag. It's Marty. I've never seen the likes of it. His car's on fire. I've never seen this before. There's a driver standing on the track. What's Marty done here? His car's on fire. There's other cars. No, the fires are not common. Even season 1, when Nick Heidfeld and Prost. Marty's car's on fire. There's red flags waving. He's standing on the track, and there are cars going past. I've never seen this before. I've never, ever, ever seen this. Is it battery on fire? What's Marty done here, the rookie? We know Cooper Kiro, they're kind of like, you know, the social media team. Marty's now got a fire extinguisher. It could... What's happened here? It looks like he got sheared. It looks like both wheels might have come off. This is under red flag though, right? Oh my god, oh my god. Halo saved someone's life there as well. Basically... Oh my goodness, oh my god, oh my god. I've never seen anything like that. Under full course yellow, that is ridiculous. Marty's going too fast. I think that causes a red flag. I think that causes the red flag. Chat, that is insane. So Marty is full... I think what might happen is, it might be that full course yellow is deployed for Mitch Evans. The more experienced drivers ahead of Marty, because remember Marty's a rookie, they slow down, they derate. You can see the red thing flashing. Marty doesn't slow down slow enough. If anyone remembers Rome 2 seasons ago, anyone remember Rome in Formula E? This is a billion times worse. It's a billion times worse because Marty goes through the middle of them, okay, launches, goes over the car on the right, Halo saves that guy's life, and then Marty rolls the car as well. And then it's an astonishing shot. There's a long lens shot down the straight when I first see it. Marty's out of the car, just standing there, and there's other cars on the track. It's one of the weirdest crashes I've ever seen. It's one of the weirdest crashes I've ever seen, and I watch a lot of motorsport. And it wouldn't surprise me if some other cars got damaged there. M20 watched a replay, that was violent. Has anyone else seen it? Anyone else feel free to describe it in the chat, because that was absolutely insane what happened. From Marty, I have a feeling Marty was looking at his crypto dash or whatever, was on the radio. For me, that's all Marty's fault. Meanwhile, Mitch Evans is only getting out of the car now. So Mitch Evans is getting out the car right now. Mitch Evans has just been sat there. Maybe he thought he'd get the car going again. Looks like his brake failed or broke too long. I'm going to have another look on Marty. Oh my god, he brakes left rear, he brakes left front, brakes right run, flips the car, lands on the Halo saves his life, by the way. Rolls the car once or twice. Yeah, he's damaged the car. He went over on the right hand side. Goodness me. I mean, it could be a powertrain issue because it is brake-by-wire. But I wonder if full course... Yeah, no! I was right. The full course yellow boards came out because I can see Marshall's putting the full course yellow boards out in slow motion. And then the other cars slow down. Marty doesn't. Maybe Marty wasn't looking at it. He's going the same speed and he goes through 2 cars and people damn nearly died. That's about 5 times worse than Pascal Wehrlein's crash last year. He bounced on the halo, yeah. And then he gets out straight away, as much as I see. It was a Jaguar. Oh, it's Da Costa then. Oh my goodness, what an angle that is from Da Costa's car. That is one of the most insane crashes I have ever seen. That is one of the most insane crashes. And Da Costa will be... Even though Da Costa's in P6, he's got bodywork damage on the back. Oh, and he hit a Porsche as well. Oh my goodness, he hit Pascal. No, he hit Müller as well. He hit 2 big factory teams. He hit Müller and Da Costa. Now, it's a red flag. Will they be able to fix Da Costa's car here? Oh my goodness. Goodness me, that is insane. That is insane. Yeah, red flag at the moment. Oh, there's some cars with some war wounds here. 27, is that Dennis? I think it is Dennis. Yeah, Dennis, the leader of the race, has got big damage on the front of his car. Dennis has got big damage on the front. Now, luckily, aero doesn't mean too much in Formula E at the moment. But Dennis has got big damage. Dennis is shaking his head. He tried to go between them at the last moment. Arguably, by the way, you could say of Da Costa and Müller, now let me know if this is too harsh, as 2 very experienced drivers, maybe they should have seen in their mirrors, because if they'd got out the way, it might have worked. But I think, for me, all the blame is on Marty, unless there's an issue with the car. Unless there's an issue with the car. That is one of the most insane crashes you will ever see in motorsport. Formula E does it again. Formula E, first race ever in 2014 in Beijing. Last corner of the last lap, insane crash. Pascal Wehrlein here, first race of season 11 last year, insane crash. Who else? Obviously Rome in season 9, insane crash. Unbelievable. Joe's just saying the crash insane. Yeah, I just wonder if the full course yellow. But for me, that's all driver. That's all. The race is neutralized there. The race is neutralized. Yeah, thanks M20. Because the full course yellow boards were coming out. I think Marty may have been doing something else, and he looks up. It's like a horror crash on the motorway. This is why you shouldn't be on your phone while you're driving. In my opinion, because the speed you're going at, it's basically a motorway shunt like that. It's basically a motorway shunt. He looks up, oh my god. He tries to go in between the 2 of them, hits Müller on the left. I'll show you on the wheel. Hits Müller on the left. At that stage, the steering is broken anyway. But then he hits Da Costa, and then he goes upside down over Da Costa like that. He basically goes through the air like this. Unbelievable. And that's what caused the red flag. But I think they were too slow with Mitch Evans' car anyway. I think they were too slow with Mitch Evans. Mitch Evans wasn't going anywhere. In fact, they're only recovering Mitch Evans' car now. They're still recovering Mitch Evans' car. So... to me, there's an argument to say they could have red flagged it. This is where the race director has a lot of power. Now, what happened with Casti? I'm on board with Nick Casti. Casti's right at the front in P3. Casti are ITV going to an advertising break, bit cheeky. This is where the race director has so much power, right? Because if the race director calls a safety car and a red flag, it's completely different. Right, see, the medical car and the other safety car are going around again. So it may be the case that the track has been cleared. We will see. Yeah, I know, so we've got a whiplash. It's honestly, I think a lot of us when we drive, we don't appreciate how fast we're going on a motorway, 70 miles an hour. It's I don't know if anyone's seen that clip that's been doing the rounds recently of that HGV driver in England on like a road where the sun's very low and the windscreen's misty, and then he doesn't see the traffic stop and he goes into it. I think at like probably 40 miles an hour or something, and it's a horrendous crash. That is a road safety accident example, basically. I would actually use that as road safety and say, look, these are racing cars, and look what happens. Now you're on the motorway going the same speed. I think Jake Dennis has the most power. Firstly, I think Da Costa has damage, and I think Muller has damage. So it could be that Pascal Wehrlein... it's fantastic for Drugovich. It's fantastic for Andretti. I think Drugovich, by the way, could become Formula E World Champion this year. That's what I think. Welcome, Real DJ. By the way, it's so great to do a Formula E stream here. If you didn't know, last year I was in Brazil for the E-Prix, interviewed all the drivers. We'll be doing more stuff with Formula E this season for sure. But I went to the first ever race in London 10 years ago, so I'm a genuine Formula E fan. I've heard all the points about, oh, they don't sound nice and everything, so don't worry, I was having that debate 10 years ago. The racing is very, very, very good, and it's very dramatic. M20, that red flag saved them, not only in position. Right, what's going on now? The safety car going to lead them out to take grid slots. Hopefully someone from F1 race direction. Yeah, that red flag on... By the way, you know last year, they didn't have... Race Control did not have onboards for every car. Race Control only had onboards for 11 cars. Half the cars. Now, Race Control has onboards for all the cars. But I find that kind of crazy. The Samba drone. Yeah, I was in the grandstand last year, chatting with... I've still got so much content I haven't released because I basically record more content than the algorithms can handle. Race will restart in 4 minutes. Race will restart in 4 minutes, everyone. And it's great. It's been great to do it, and partly because of that, I think maybe we were nominated. In fact, let me put the nomination up here. Where's nomination? You know, it's fantastic to be able to do sim racing, but also be award nominated. It's just good. Where are we going to put this? Chat, where are we going to put this? Welcome, Reed Van Loon. Hope you're doing well. Who are you supporting here, Reed Van Loon? Drugo got dropped back to 5th. Did he overtake under yellow flag? Cooper Akira had so much potential. Yeah, they've been taught. I met Cooper Akira, actually. I met them out in Le Mans a couple of months ago. Had a good chat with Cooper. Obviously, I did some stuff with them last year. With like Feastables and... So a cool team. I'm kind of itching to do more Formula E stuff. Like I'm itching. I'm itching for it. I'm a big, genuine Formula E fan, and I like it. Looks like the car that got hit as a whole black car track over. Is that Da Costa on the right hand side? Ah, okay. They go back. Is it the lap before the red flag then? But they were under full course yellow for a while as well. They were under FCY. They were under FCY. So we will see what happens. What do you think of Gen 4? I think Gen 4 is being hyped massively. Personally, I don't care if the cars are faster than Formula 1 or not. It's irrelevant. I couldn't tell you how fast a Formula 1 car will go around this track, so it's not relevant for me. I like the cars to keep small, because then they can go 3 wide. I want the driver talent pool to be very high, because then you actually have sustained periods of racing. I think the Gen 3 cars look good. I think Gen 4 cars look good. I think Gen 3 will always have a place in my heart because I think the racing has been unbelievable in Gen 3. Unbelievable. And some people might say the cars don't look that good. But I think that some of the racing has been fantastic. I think Gen 3 Evo is looking like it's going to be another good season. Welcome, Yanis. But what do you guys think of Gen 4? So Pedro Marti... Oh, wait. Oh... Maybe Nicholas Müller and Da Costa, but you can't decelerate too quickly. But you can't really blame them because they both went at the same point. Right, Dennis on 14%. Verline 15. Verline is the top dog in the top 5. Verline on 15%. Roland 13%. Casti 14. Dennis 14. But remember, we've got different drive chains here. We've got very different drive trains. So they could be naturally more efficient. Barnard is not showing any energy. Barnard's not showing any energy at all. Unfortunately, CBS... That's mad, man. Why are they not doing that? It's not on Roku in the US. It's not on Roku in the US. Yeah, no worries, M20. Do go check out my interviews as well. I've been posting them on the Formula E Reddit. So we've interviewed Jake Dennis. We've interviewed Oliver Rowland. We've interviewed Nick Casti twice. We've interviewed Pascal Wehrlein twice. We've interviewed Drugovich. We've interviewed Da Costa. We've done some stuff with Muller. We've done stuff with Gunter. We've interviewed Barnard twice. We've interviewed Buemi, we've interviewed Verne, we've interviewed Maloney twice, we've interviewed De Vries, we've interviewed Evans, we've interviewed De Grassi twice, we've interviewed Mortara, we've interviewed Nato, we've interviewed Ticton twice. So we've interviewed all these drivers, chap. So if you have any questions, is he okay? That's a very good question. I think he's okay because he was getting out of the car. Yeah, it'd be great to hit 50 likes as well. It'd be great to hit 50 likes. I might sound like a sheep, but I couldn't agree more. It doesn't matter how fast they're going if the racing is poor. Yeah, I think the priority should be keep the racing exciting. You're never going to convince people who want to hear combustion engines. And you're not going to convince them by speed. Even if you win the speed argument, even if you make Formula E cars faster than Formula 1, you're never going to win the argument. The people are just going to say, yeah, but they don't sound good. So don't even engage in that. Just make sure the racing is really good. And right now, Formula E has fantastic racing. It really has very good racing. My concern is that the attack mode seems so powerful this year. It could be more gimmicky. It could be more gimmicky. I think there's a balance with attack mode where you want it to like give you an advantage, but you don't want it to be so powerful that it overcompensates for poor driving elsewhere. Because right now, for example, let's say hypothetically. Da Costa had attack mode in P12, it wouldn't matter how bad he's driven. If he can use that attack mode and finish it within the race, he's probably going to win the race. Yes, I think Halo saved Da Costa as well. Formula E's definition of pure racing, great strategy. Yeah. Personally, I think they should go to... Firstly, I don't think they should probably do this race the same weekend as Formula 1. I don't understand. Maybe there's reasons for it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think they should do double headers. I think for the environmental side, if you go into a location, just do more double headers. More double headers means more races, means more highlights, means more great moments. And I think Formula E should be broadcast. This should be on in my opinion, this should be on ITV1. It's glamorous enough. It looks legit enough to be on ITV1, and I guarantee you, if this is on ITV1, you will have so many people who watch this out of curiosity, who over time may become Formula E fans. I remember watching the very first race in China at my parents' house on, I'm pretty sure it was either BBC or ITV1 or ITV4, but I remember it was on free TV. And I remember watching it, and I was hooked. I was hooked 10 years ago from the first race. Green flag now! Green flag! There's going to be... Is it just going to be... There's only going to be one more lap. There's only going to be one lap, everyone. There's going to be one lap here. It's a one-lap shootout. So Dennis, they've got plenty of energy. It's a sprint. It's not down to energy at all. It's a sprint. And I think Dennis is going to win this race. As I predicted, Gemini said Roland, but the AI just doesn't know as much as me. So Jake Dennis is going to win this race, I think, the Season 9 champion. But we got some big dogs in the top 4. Big championship dogs. Dennis world champion. Roland world champion. Verline world champion. Cassidy should have been a world champion about 3 times. So I don't think we're going to see any changes. I'd be amazed. I'd be shocked if we see any changes for position here. Anywhere in the team, in the order. I'd be shocked. I think Taylor Barnard must have had some damage. He's a lap down. But Dennis is going to win this race. No. Why is Pascal Wehrlein 94 up there? Why is Pascal Wehrlein showing... What's happened? No, Dennis won. I don't know what's going on with that timing. Dennis has won. I think maybe I'm a minute behind, aren't I? Dennis has won. Roland's P2. Casti's P3. Pascal Wehrlein P4. Felipe Drugovich P5. Muller P6. Günther 7th. Ericsson 8th. Buemi 9th. Nick De Vries all the way from last getting a point. Oh, he might get a penalty though. He might get a penalty. That might promote Zane Maloney to getting a point. That could promote Zane Maloney to getting a point. Antonio Felix Da Costa P12. Oh my goodness, Da Costa's lost that massively. Jake Dennis. See, I told you, Dennis, Drugovich kept their powder dry, but it didn't work out for Barnard. It didn't work out for Barnard. Yeah, we'll keep Gemini honest. We'll keep Gemini honest. I wonder if what they're doing is if they're just feeding the race data into Gemini and Gemini's giving an error response, because that is actually quite interesting as a concept. I just think it's a bit like on Google, you know, when it has it, you got to sense check it. So, but I actually like it as a concept. I think I actually almost prefer it to the Amazon stuff on Formula One. But we'll keep it honest. Great strategy by Andretti. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Drugovich and P5 as well. But I would say any of the top, you know, Porsche powertrains looking good. Let's just say that. 4 cars out of the top 6 Porsche powertrains. Jaguar. Formula E needs Jaguar. And Jaguar is not in a good financial situation right now. Porsche have committed to Formula E despite being in a bad financial situation. Definitely go watch my interview with the head of Porsche Motorsport, Thomas Laudenbach. Great strategy by Andretti to win. Yeah, chat, what were your thoughts on that race? Do you want to see more watch-alongs like this? Again, the more you support the content on my channels about this, the more I can say to Formula E, oh, let's go to Mexico. Let's do some more interviews in Mexico. But yeah, Marty, Verne, Evans, Degrassi, Mortara, Nato, and Dan Ticktum. Terrible day for Cupra because, frankly, by the way, the Porsche powertrain is looking super, super, super strong. Porsche powertrain is looking super strong. Super strong. Gonna be a big season, I think. It's gonna be a season where I think it could get a bit nasty between the drivers, is my hunch. Because a lot of them know they're so close. It's just going to be hard for Dan Tickton to catch up now, because even if Dennis has a bad race in Mexico, it's unlikely Oliver Rowland, Cassidy, Verlaine, Drugovich are all going to have bad races. So I think there's just going to be a lot of championship contenders. JLR have left their design. Is that the Type 00 designer? I did get to see that car. I mean, this time last year, Jaguar had just unveiled the Type 00 in Miami, and then they went to Sao Paulo and unveiled the Formula E car very, very, very late, the day before the practice thing. Let's go. Yeah, I'll do my best, everyone. I'll do my best always. Karajan says Drugovich could have got paid 100% without the safety car, but in the end the safety car kind of froze it. So Drugovich still actually did the safety car, did the yellow flag benefit Drugovich better or not? No, there was I'm losing track. There was safety car, then FCY. Thanks, Base. Thanks, King. I'll have to look back at it. If you guys want it, we could do like a weekly Formula E recap on Formula Fan TV. So if you don't know, Formula Fan TV is where I post a lot of the pure motorsport stuff. It's doing really well. One of the shorts I posted like this week has got 600,000 views. So Formula Fan TV. I don't know, Vlak, if you're able to post a link to Formula Fan TV, but I think we're going to be hitting daily content on Formula Fan TV and this channel. We're just going to be hitting it ridiculously hard. Why not? Yeah, so Dennis, Roland, Cassidy, Verline, Drugovich. I think Drugovich is he already looks like a esteemed, long-standing Formula E driver. One to watch this season. For me, faux show. Faux show. Next stop for Formula E will be Mexico in early July. Early July, Mexico City E-Prix, which is normally a double header. It's normally a double header. And again, fingers crossed, we can maybe be there or get some sort of access. Because I'd love to just keep going further and further with the Formula E coverage. And just make it as accessible as possible. De Vries, Verline, Buemi went Formula 1. De Grassi as well. I mean, Jake Dennis was Red Bull Formula 1 test driver. Cassidy has been doing testing for Formula 1 or sim for Formula 1. Pascal Verline went from Formula 1. Drugovich was F2 champion, Aston Martin Formula 1 test driver. Buemi from Formula 1. Nick De Vries, Formula 1. Maloney was F2. Barnard was F2. Jean-Eric Verne went from Formula 1. De Grassi went from Formula 1. There we go. I think Vlak has got a link to Formula Fan TV. So if you want more Formula E coverage and Formula... Oh my god, that was loud. Head over to that channel. Oh my goodness, 5,000 likes on that short. Because it's just unlocking doors. And also with the Creator of the Year thing, fantastic to be nominated. So, but you know what? I'm not in Brazil, so I can very easily cover the Formula 1 tomorrow. So it's quite nice actually. All right, everyone, I'm going to end it there. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to send this. Feel free to send this stream to your friends or your groups, because they can watch it and experience the first race, and hopefully like come along for the journey in season 12. It would be awesome. So thanks very much, everyone. We're going to be back for Formula 1 tomorrow. In fact, let me do a cheeky redirect on this. I'll make your life easy. Don't worry, everyone. I'll make your life easy on this one. So automatically redirect you to the big stream tomorrow for the Formula 1. And I will see you. Should we play us out? We've got to play us out. It's Formula E. We've got to bring back these things. We've got to bring back these things. Big day tomorrow. Max Verstappen on pole. George Russell's right up there. Lando Norris P2. Oscar Piastri P3. Charles Leclerc in P5 as well. What's going to happen in Abu Dhabi? 3 title contenders, but only one can win. We will find out. So I hope to see you there. And I'll see you tomorrow.